What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so the latest trend now in sports talk is to basically create narratives that is geared toward attracting an audience. And the demographics shows that the main audience involved in these types of discussions as far as sports talk on social media tend to be under 40, right? Although there are people older than that. Most of them tend to be favorable towards Steph Curry, LeBron James, etc., right? So that's why the vast majority of up-and-coming sports podcasters or basketball talk podcasters tend to sway their podcast toward catering to them. So basically, they're pro LeBron. Okay, that's how I look at it. I'm not saying all of them is just calculated. Many of them actually believe a lot of what they're saying, if not most of what they're saying. Although I do think that as their broadcast or their podcasts get more and more of an audience, I do think some of their stuff becomes more prepackaged and manufactured to cater to an audience. But anyway, Dwight Howard, who played with both Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, said recently that he believes that Rob Pelinka messed up the dynasty. And he insinuated, matter of fact, this is what he said. Quote, Rob kind of messed up the dynasty we were starting. We would have had at least 2 championships and an opportunity to fight for a third one. I don't know about that. To be honest with you, I think the only reason why they won that one in the bubble was because they were able to do certain things that other teams weren't able to do. One of them was practice. I think they were fined by the NBA for practicing, but that flew on the radar. We was dealing with a pandemic at the time. Not everybody participated in the bubble. There was no traveling in the bubble. There was, when I say traveling, I mean no road games. It just was no crowd. I mean, most of us, it's a championship, but it has an asterisk. I'm going to tell you why I keep saying it has an asterisk. Because I remember Laker fans putting an asterisk on the San Antonio Spurs championship in '99. Right? I said, wait a minute, but that was because of a lockout. They didn't want to hear that. Every Laker fan I know say, oh, that one don't matter. It don't really count. I said, okay. So I keep stuff in my memory. So since that one didn't count, well, I think the bubble one don't count. Not really. Maybe it's 0.75 or one or whatever. But anyway, Rob Pelinka, everybody knows before Kobe's passing was Kobe's guy, right? That's when he got into that position. So Dwight Howard is insinuating, I think he even came right out and said it, that basically Rob Pelinka sabotaged that team because he don't want LeBron passing Kobe in championships. That's what he said. Now, I don't know whether he really believes that or not, but I also remember that Dwight Howard had a rather acrimonious relationship with Kobe. I mean, we all know what Kobe thought of him as a teammate. And it wasn't great. And we all remember what he obviously said to Dwight Howard in their first matchup after he left the team and went to Houston. We remember what Kobe said about him and what he supposedly said about him in private. So I don't know whether that's a motivating factor, but what I do know is that ever since Kobe Bryant left this mortal plane on Earth, there's a lot of dudes who didn't like him who are now taking these opportunities to take shots at him. First of all, and then I saw Phil Handy agree with Dwight Howard. Now, look, could you argue that Rob Pelinka as general manager made moves that messed up a potential Lakers dynasty? Yeah, you could say that. But what's being lost in translation here is these moves, these changes to the team were led by Rob Pelinka and LeBron Ramon James. We were all scratching our heads wondering why he was making so many changes to a team that just won a championship. From best what we could tell, he was trying to make them the Los Angeles Warriors. Remember, we were wondering, why were you getting all these guys traded, all these defensive guys? You know, the team was constructed you're getting all these offensive players. It was LeBron James that helped to have Danny Green and Jaden McDaniels traded to the Thunder for Dennis Schroeder, who didn't really work out the first time. Remember, he didn't work out, and everybody was blaming him for why the 2021 Lakers didn't do well. And then Russ got traded. Russ got traded basically to replace him. Russ supposed to be an upgrade, and then everybody blamed Russ for why the team didn't work well. JaVale McGee, who with Dwight Howard were long, lengthy inside presence, getting rebounds, playing good defense. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of these guys, courtesy of, Rob Pelinka, but led by the decision-making of LeBron Ramon James. JaVale McGee and the 2026 second-round pick were traded to the Cavaliers for Jordan Bell and Alonzo McKinney. Yeah, who? I'm wondering, too. I don't remember these guys. They did sign KCP, who won a championship, but, you know what I'm saying? He won a championship. Matter of fact, was he on the 2020 team? Let me check something out right quick. Let me see something. Yeah, KCP was there already in 2020. So this is the team they had. These are the main players, at least. In the playoffs, you have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, KCP, Danny Green, Rondo, Alex Caruso, Kuzma, Markieff Morris, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Tucker, Dion Waiters, J.R. Smith, Cook, and Dudley. Dudley, whatever. They got rid of all these guys. And got Marc Gasol, who was absolute bust for the Lakers. That was LeBron James making these moves. It's funny, whenever he's involved in a decision-making process when they win, he's the GM. But whenever it's something he does that he's involved in, they fail, you try to remove him from the equation. That was LeBron changing the team from a defensive-oriented team to offense, and it failed. And they lost the first round to the Suns. Now all of a sudden it's Rob Pelinka's fault now. Now it's Rob Pelinka's fault that these moves were made. But, all of this is really just excuses. That's what all these are, the convenient excuses to make for LeBron James. And some of these guys, you know what I'm saying, is sour grapes when it comes to Kobe. Sour grapes. That's all it is, man. But I've never seen such a concerted effort by so many people to shit on a guy that hadn't played basketball. One, who hasn't played basketball in over 20 years. And two, a guy that's been deceased for 4.5 years. Shameless. All for the name of subs, likes, clicks, views, and revenue, excuse me. I don't understand, man. And y'all wouldn't have been going for no three-peat. Y'all want that damn good. That's bullshit. There would be no goddamn three-peat. And I don't think y'all would have repeated. Because I'm looking at this team right now. Jared Dudley, Cook, J.R. Smith, Waiters, Tucker. McGee was kind of on his last legs. Dwight Howard was on his last legs. Marquise Morris. Now, Kuzma's good. But Kyle Kuzma didn't want to play no more with LeBron James. He had to push him in the back to play defense. They traded Caruso, which didn't make any damn sense. Rondo, they didn't re-sign him. They traded Danny Green, like I said. KCP went on the bigger and better things, winning a championship with the Nuggets, where he played much better outside LeBron. Only one that really still there is Anthony Davis, courtesy of LeBron Ramon James. But now it's Rob Pelinka's fault. When you want to blame somebody, you blame Rob Pelinka. So that's what they're gonna do now. See, they don't got the black coach there no more, right? The black coach ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? The black coach ain't there no more. So you can't blame him. Oh, by the way, I didn't do a video on this, but I saw Magic Johnson come out and say Laker fans need to be patient with JJ Redick. Patient. Darvin Ham, the whole time he was coach, niggas couldn't wait for Lakers to lose so they could demand he get fired. Every time the Lakers lost, they blamed Darvin Ham. Whenever the Lakers won, even if LeBron James had 8 turnovers, it was because of LeBron. Magically, every time the Lakers going to lose, there's going to be a lot coming up, don't blame JJ Redick now. So now what they're going to do is they're going to blame Rob Pelinka. That's why nobody wants to play the Lakers. That's another thing. Another reason why the Lakers suck is because these guys' trade values are so low playing with LeBron James. Don't nobody want them. They stuck there. So Rob Pelinka can't really make any moves because nobody want these dudes and nobody want to play there. Don't we see that every offseason? Courtesy of the disastrous moves that Rob Pelinka does make. But the real GM is LeBron James. Didn't Carmelo Anthony tell us that? So because of these disastrous moves and because of the media and how much anybody that play with this dude gets blamed for every damn thing, Russell Westbrook came there damn near one of the top 5 players in the NBA after that run he had with the Wizards, making $40-something million a year. He left the Lakers making a league minimum $3 million a year, barely hanging on to the NBA because of the outright enmity spewed at him by the media. Every goddamn day, this man was purposely pilloried by partisan media. Come on, man. Nobody want to play there. So, yeah, technically they right. Rob Pelinka made moves, but tell the whole story. The GM screwed the team up.